South by Southwest 2024 Film and TV Festival continues with a psychological thriller about obsession called Magpie, produced by and starring Daisy Ridley from the Star Wars movies. Can't wait for you to see this one. Hi, how are you?
Good. How
Lovely
are you?
to meet you.
You too.
So tell me why South by is the perfect place to premiere Magpie.
Well, this is my first time at South by, but I had heard so many good things about it from everyone. Every filmmaker and actor I know who's been here has said, you've got to go, you've got to go. So when we got the offer, we were so excited. It was the one place we really, really wanted to take it.
You know why I'm excited? I have seen this movie.
Oh, good.
It is amazing, and what an ending.
Yes.
How excited are you for people to see this and talk about it and be blown away?
We are so excited. The biggest audience we've had before this was 35 people. So this is, almost 10 times that. Very exciting. I think the thing is that it really is a movie that's about, that is a communal experience, and it has, it takes you on a journey. I'm not going to do any spoil, but it basically, you feel like every character, you have preconceptions about what they're like. And by the end, all of those preconceptions have been blown out the water.
And we're going to just keep that to ourselves for the moment till people see it.
Yeah.
But Daisy Ridley's performance is absolutely the best performance yet. How great is she as an actress, and the rest of the cast?
Daisy is amazing in this. I think she takes everything to another level in this film. She is so kind of concentrated. You can't stop watching her. You think everything has gone wrong for that character. She's pushed the edge, but there's this power within her. And what happens is that power becomes something that she has to do something. And that she plays brilliantly, because you think, how can she ever get out of this situation? But she does.
How is Daisy Ridley's her producer? It's the first movie as a producer.
Well, so Daisy and Tom pitched this movie to me as on a Zoom. And I was like, it's amazing. I mean, I love Daisy as an actor, but she's also got this super energy. And as a producer, to get stuff off the ground, what you need is so much belief and energy. And she has that in bucketful. And she wants to learn everything. She wanted to be in all the production meetings. She wanted to be across everything with me. And what's lovely is when you're in control of something, you can run it the way you want. You can make sure you have a set where everyone feels super happy, and everyone's fed properly and looked after, and it was a really amazing experience.
Well, congratulations. I cannot wait for the next 2 hours from now. Everyone's going to be talking about this movie.
Isn't it? Exciting and nerve-wracking. Thank you very much. Lovely to meet you.
Lovely to meet you too. Hello. How are you? Nice to see you. Let me just stand right over here. So, how excited are you to premiere Magpie here?
I feel like I'm having such an out-of-body experience. I'm incredibly jet-lagged, and this is incredibly overwhelming. I'm very excited and very nervous.
Why is South by the perfect place to premiere this film?
So I hear audiences are very lovely here, and I feel like our film is a fun thrill ride, and the movies I've seen from South by have that same feeling.
Let me tell you something, Daisy Ridley. I saw this film.
Oh, did you?
I saw this movie. And let's just say on the plane right here, I was talking to some of the other journalists. I'm like, you've got to see Magpie.
Thank you. Thank you.
This movie is more than just a ride. It is a movie, I'm going to say, that you're going to want to see a second time.
Ooh, yes, you will. Thank you. That's so great. Yay.
I also feel like this is a next level performance for you. So how did you bring it? How did you go there?
Well, because I had the original idea that Tom then wrote, I knew Annette, the character, just from the inside out, from the very beginning. And I know a couple people in relationships like that. So yes, I just felt like I knew her very well and where she was in this world. And then we had a brilliant director who also helped me carve that performance.
The ending of this movie, without spoiling anything, people are going to lose their shit.
I hope so. I'm hoping for a lovely moment from the audience tonight. I think it's a really wonderful film to watch as a group. It's like a real fun ride, as you well know, to be on with other people. Yes, and our editor, Chris, crafted a great ending. A great film, but a great ending.
Also, what was it like producing?
It was great. I mean, we had Kate Solomon with us, who did lots of the stuff I didn't know how to do. But my husband calls me the engine. I was like, this is going to happen. And I just kept that pressure going on everyone. I was like, we have to do this. We have to do this now. And here we are.
Good smile.
How excited are you to premiere Magpie here at South by Southwest?
I'm very excited. It's my first time in Austin and my first time at South by Southwest, so I'm really excited to be here.
So guess what? I saw this movie,
Oh yeah?
and it is amazing.
Thank you.
I cannot wait to see what the reactions are after this world premiere. How excited are you to see how people are going to react?
That's the thing, like, I feel like when you watch the movie with an audience, it's a complete different feeling, and also, like, at a festival is a complete different, like, reaction. So I'm really excited to see what the audience is going to react like.
So what was your approach to playing Alicia in this movie?
So I talked to Daisy and Sam, obviously because Daisy came up with the idea, but also, you know, like Sam had so much reference to, like, you know, share with me before we started filming the movie. And it was like a build-up, because also on set we were playing a lot with nuances on how to play, I don't want to spoil it too much, but on how to play different behaviors between me and Ben's character. So it was like an ongoing process.
The movie really makes you want to go back and see it a second time, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's really hard for me as an actor to watch myself in a film. So I'm just curious to see what the audience is gonna, you know, feel like watching this movie.
Without spoiling anything, because you don't want to spoil a thing with this movie, how do you think people are going to react at the end?
Well, I think it's surprising. It's definitely surprising. And I think it's entertaining all the way through, because you keep changing opinion and you have a different judgment on each character.
Change loyalties.
Yeah.
And I mean, I was on a plane with a bunch of different journalists, and I was like, because I saw the movie, I was like telling her, you got to see Magpie. It's like one of the best movies I've seen in months.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
How are you? Scott. How you do, Sam?
Good.
Tell me a little bit about Meg.
How excited are you to premiere this movie here? It's like perfect crowd, right?
Yeah, oh, so excited. We're just so overwhelmed actually to be here. Austin's great. We've met some audience already, but no one's seen the film yet. So yeah, we can't wait.
Well, I saw the film.
You did? Okay.
I love this movie. I was on a plane ride with a bunch of different journalists, and I was like, oh my God, you got to see Magpie. It is off the hook. It's riveting. It is so engrossing. Your loyalties change throughout the film, and then that, no spoilers, that ending, holy moly.
Well, I'm really pleased you've seen it. I'm really pleased you called it riveting. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm just glad. It's amazing when you get feedback, because no one's seen it, you know, so thank you, that's good.
But there, every once in a while, a movie comes along like The Sixth Sense, where even, you know, you get to the end, you like want to go back and see it again and again and again. This is that.
Cool, well, you know, we're glad to hear that. That's like best case scenario for us. Yeah, it's like some films you do want to watch, don't you, and go, how did we get here actually? So I'm pleased if that had that effect on you, Scott.
Yeah, I remember at a certain point I was like, how is this going to end? And boy, did it stick the landing.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear it. That's all I can say.
Okay, so working with Daisy as an actress and as a producer.
Yeah, amazing. I mean, when I got the gig, when I was sent the gig, I was super excited to see Daisy's name attached. I think she's an incredible actor. I think audiences are going to see something they haven't seen her do before in this film, which is always like, for a director, is like very exciting. And as a producer, amazing. Hands-on, practical, creative, connected, can do, worked all hours. You couldn't ask for more, really. She's really, really like the bee's knees.
And tell me about the rest of your cast here.
Amazing cast. Shazad Latif here, Matilda, Lutz as well. We had Hiba Ahmed, who plays the young the daughter of the family, and Alistair, Petrie, and Cherrelle, Skeete, and Pippa, Bennett-Warner, who are not here, but wonderful actors. I mean, I love actors. There's no secret. I talk about actors all the time. I think they're like the special effects of movies. I love them, and yeah, they're just a varied, amazing kind of. Skilled and committed bunch, so yeah, very, very lucky.
I cannot say bravo enough to you.
Well, thank you very, very much. That's incredibly generous.
Really nice to meet you.
You too, Scott. Yeah.
Well, hello, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So what
Hey,
about
how are you?
Tom?
Scott, nice to
Hi,
meet you,
Scott.
Tom.
Nice to meet you.
How excited and why is South by the perfect place to premiere Magpie?
Because it's so exciting. You know, everyone, there's a kind of buzz, even we've only been there for about 24 hours, but there's such a buzz about it and such a welcoming place. Everyone we've talked to today is just really excited about seeing this, sharing it and everything. There's a real sense of support around it, which is really exciting for us.
Okay, so let me tell you something. I have seen this movie.
You have?
I love this movie.
So much. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, thank you.
I
Thank
was on a plane with a bunch of other journalists on the plane. I'm like, oh my God, you've got to see Magpie.
Oh, man, that means so much to me. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
What do you think people are going to think of this movie? What are they going to be reacting to, especially when you get to, you know,
That stuff. Yeah. Well, you know, what we wanted to create, Daisy and I said when we first wanted to start making any films, we said, you know, we wanted to start making things together. Our favorite experiences, particularly with movie-going experiences, is a little community. Every time you go into a cinema or a movie theater, it's a community and you experience something together. And that energy afterwards, we really wanted people to walk out of this film and just instantly go, oh my God, that bit, that bit, that bit, to really play with your mind and engage you. And we wanted to create a story and a film that an audience leans into. They think they know what's happening, and slowly it unpicks that they don't. And I really wanted to create something. It took a long time to sort of construct it, but that you could watch it again and go, oh my God, here are the signposts that perhaps I missed for what was really going on. And I hope that it creates a very rewarding, exciting experience for an audience.
I don't think you have to worry about that.
Oh, cool, it's good. You know what it is? You create something and you think, this is what we want you to feel and experience in the film. And so my heart's crossed, and to hear that you liked it means a hell of a lot.
Hey, it is so great to see you again. It's been a while.
Well,
Welcome to South by.
thank you, appreciate it.
Now, why is this festival the perfect place to premiere Magpie?
I think South by is it's one of my favorite festivals. I've been here since 2019. It's one of the best film festivals, one of the best film-loving festivals. So I think it's a perfect home for a new movie like this, and I think you guys are going to get it.
I got to tell you, I've seen the movie.
You seen it already?
I saw it already.
Good.
Could not wait to talk to you about this movie.
Good.
Holy shit, this crowd is going to lose their marbles.
I can't wait to see the audience reaction on a big screen. That's what I've been waiting for. It's going to be perfect.
You're reading the script and you're going along with it. What was your take on the story and how it all plays out?
I mean, for me, it was like it had like elements of obviously The Shining, Eyes Wide Shut, Tully. There was some just thriller, dark elements that I just really, and it was a page turner. It was I was thrilled reading it. And normally you don't really get that feeling. And my good friend Tom, who I'd known for years, wrote it. He called me up and said, I was on the sofa lying down having a cup of tea, and he's like, do you want to read the script? I was like, yeah, I'll read it. And as soon as I read it, I went, bro, this is great. You know.
I got to tell you, I was, at a certain point towards the movie, you're like, how is this going to end? And then you get to that ending, and you're like,
that's the bit I'm most waiting for. I can't wait to see what the conversation is as we come out. I'm very excited.
Working with Daisy as an actress, but also as a producer, what was that like?
Daisy's a pro. I know her from before anyway, separately as a I would like to say a friend. But she's a top professional. We got there, and obviously a lot of our scenes we're quite horrible to each other. So we spend 2 weeks in a room being very cold towards each other, and that's sort of the way it goes. But for her to be able to switch hats, producer hat, actress hat, it just was. But it was a seamless thing. I mean, we're all pros, man. We just come to work, you know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
It's really great to see you.
All right, thanks so much for sticking around. I'd like to welcome the filmmakers back to the stage. We have Sam Yates. We also have producer Kate Solomon. Producer and talent Daisy Ridley. And screenwriter Tom Bateman. And I did want to acknowledge we had some other cast members in the audience as well. You guys want to raise your hands? Where are we? Coming up? Yes. Come on up. Come on up. Looks like we have Shazad Latif and Matilda Lutz. Amazing. How's everybody's feelings doing right now? Okay, first of all, I want to say congratulations and on this world premiere, and thank you so much for bringing your film here to South by Southwest. We're thrilled to have you all. Tell us how this group came together to make this film.
Well, it started with Daisy, so I'll pass Hiba.
I just want to honestly thank you for such an amazing response. That was also the clapping. I was like, that's hilarious. Original conceit was me. Told my husband, he sculpted it into this amazing thing. We brought Kate on, who also helped us sculpt this thing. Sam pitched to us, was unbelievable. We went to Shaz, Matilda, and here we are. Yeah.
It's incredible. Sam, this is your leap into feature-length filmmaking. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Tell us how this preparation process was different and how you approached it, taking a bigger step.
Well, I suppose the first step was working really closely with Tom and Daisy and Kate, and especially with Tom at script stage. I read the script, as Daisy said, I pitched for it. I found it an amazing page turner, and very quickly I was like, this feels to me like a thriller/noir. So my first step really was to dive into thrillers and noirs, so looking at the work of like the best, you know. So there was a lot of like studying and like just absorbing, and then I guess like Tom and I, and with everyone, with Daisy especially, was trying to pull out the themes as much as we could. So one of the things we felt compelled to do was to up Annette's story at home, because, you know, the sort of meanwhile back at the ranch story felt really, really important, and then to present Annette as unstable. So, you know, it was things like that, just finding the themes that were in the script and then bringing them out as sort of cinematically as possible.
Fantastic. And Tom, do you want to talk a little bit about creating all of that brooding tension?
Yeah, well, I mean, so I think, as some people know, Daisy came up with this original idea. She was working on a film out in Canada, I think, and had a young girl in it. And I picked her up from the airport, and she said, I've had this kind of crazy idea about this woman who starts to infiltrate a family and on a film set. What do you think? And I said, yeah, okay, give me a second to think about it. And she gave me about 3 days before we were pitching it to producers. And then we started writing. And what I loved was it started out as this story sort of following this actress who might begin to infiltrate a family. But I started to really find the woman at home fascinating. And I thought, who is this woman who has the strength and the backbone to hold this family together under such awful circumstances? Do you know, this is a side note, Shazzy had never seen this film before, so yeah, man, you got some hate. He got some hate. It was really fun. Shazzy's been a good friend of mine for many years, and it was fun writing him into such a villain. But this woman at home fascinated me, and I said to Daisy quite early on, I said, I feel like my focus wants to shift to this woman at home and what she's going through. And if you just mount more and more pressure on this person until it's almost ridiculous, how much can this person take? Where does that strength go? Where does that pressure go if you push all this pressure on? And that's what became very fun to sort of work out what she's been doing. You know, when you start to release this character, hopefully it looks a bit unstable, but actually that reveal at the end that the whole time she was very focused, very... Oh, hey, what's up?
Sorry, I'm just aware that people are recording and...
Oh, shit.
No,
hey,
I think
guys.
it's fine.
Yes.
Sorry,
Anyway,
just,
yeah. So it was great fun. I had a lot of fun doing it. Yes.
So, Daisy, your performance was incredible. There was so much composure, yet so much feeling in so many different scenes. Can you talk a little bit about, since this was your original idea, like when you all started to bring on additional cast members, how you all prepared for these scenes together?
It's really interesting because we were in the edit after Sam and Chris, our amazing editor, had been in for a little while. And it's so strange. Like sometimes I've watched it and I'm like, wow, poor Annette. And tonight I was like, Annette! I feel very intrinsically part of her story because we sort of grew her from the ground up. Had amazing rehearsals with Sam. And then honestly, we just had the most amazing cast. And everyone brought such unique energy and lifted everything. Like, honestly, it's so overwhelming being here. Like, I remember the first day on set seeing the trailers and being like, oh my God, we're making a film. And now it's like, oh my God, we're here. I just feel, honestly, so thankful. The cast we had, the crew we had, like, people did the most unbelievable job. And I just felt like everyone raised each other.
Shazad and Matilda, you want to tell us about your experience?
Yeah, I mean, just working with great people. I mean, yeah, Tom sent me the script, and I read it very, very quickly, and it was something it was just a page turner, so it was something that I definitely wanted to be a part of, and Sam, who's a genius, and Daisy, and yeah, just getting to rehearse with these guys, and then get on set, and just, yeah, it was just definitely a unique energy kind of thing, exactly what you're saying, and it was about playing every day and just trying to find, playing a real piece of shit and just trying to play it to the best of my abilities. So yeah.
Same. It was great working with these guys. I think I'm the last one that came into the project, and I was a big fan of Daisy and the fact that she came up with the idea and wrote it with her husband Tom, and maybe one day I'll be able to do it. I was very curious to see like how she would, take on the producing and leading in the film, and she did a great job. And Sam was amazing because we got to work on set, and every scene, because of the misjudgment and all the nuances, we got to play different ways the same scene, and it was very fun.
So Kate and Sam, can you tell us a little bit about the production process and if there was anything that kind of happened behind the scenes that was a surprise or kind of changed the trajectory of the story?
I think the first thing we had to find was that house, because it needed to kind of trap Daisy in it, and the kind of the glass box, the modernity, the emptiness of it. And it took us a while to find that, didn't it? We looked at lots of different places, and then this one felt perfect. And then we went to Scion House. Once we had the locations, because the script was all there, the characters were there, it was just finding the things that emphasized the elements of the film. And then we were super lucky that when we got to Scion House, it was all sunny and lovely. And in the house, it was freezing cold and really dark. And we just had, genuinely, this was one of the loveliest films I've ever worked on. Everyone was so brilliant and happy. And it was quite dark things, but the set was wonderful, wasn't it?
For sure. Sam, what do you feel like you learned about yourself during this process?
Oh God, so much. It's amazing. I'm so grateful for the experience. There's no substitute for going through it. I learned loads about loads, and even tonight, still learning. When watching it with your very first audience, it's fascinating for us. It's like kind of a first preview. So, you know, seeing where the laughs come, whatever, you know, seeing where the applause was, which is obviously a world first for us. So, you know, you just learn so much by doing. But I mean, I was hugely blessed with this team of, you know, producers and writers and actors. And it was, I suppose, one of the moments that was like really amazing. And I've worked with some amazing actors before, but there was something about when we were set up, we put all the time into the design, the house, the locations, everything was kind of in place, but we haven't shot anything. And then the camera's there, everything's ready. Daisy steps in, you see her face on camera on the monitor, and you go, wow, you know, that's movies to me, is actors. You go, that special thing that happens when an actor steps in front of the camera. Is that a learning? Well, yes, it was a huge, like, amazing moment, and I think I'll get that every time I make anything else, God willing.
And you also made a movie within a movie, so double
time.
Yeah,
teeing up a period drama there. For sure, you know, but like, it was joyous to celebrate movie making and as much as we could, and there's a director in the film, Ahmed, who was wonderful, I thought, and walks a little bit like I walk, so who's clearly doing some deep study. But seeing the behind the scenes of filmmaking, and the fact that all films are a dream, really. They're all artificial, and somehow that played interestingly into the kind of the other fantasies going on in the film.
Fantastic. Well, before we wrap it up here, I do want to remind everyone that this movie is eligible for an audience award. So there's a QR code up here on the screen. There's also some out in the lobby. So voting will be open for 30 minutes after the film wraps. So go ahead and get your votes in. If you like the movie, you're having a great time, go ahead and share your feelings on social media. We have a whole week of films coming up, so it's a marathon, not a sprint. Thank you all so much for joining us here at South by Southwest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ooh, people sure are going crazy for Magpie here at the world premiere at South by Southwest 2024 Film and TV Festival. So much more great content coming your way. Check back ASAP.